Hi, my name is Emily Hugenbruch, and I'm a software engineer at IBM. And I'm here to talk a little bit today about how IBM's Enterprise Hypervisor, ZVM, works with OpenStack and how we've been able to use it to benefit our customers. So first, to start off with a little bit of background about ZVM. So we have about a 40-year history. We started in 1972, and we're part of really a two-layer virtualization solution for System Z. This is the IBM mainframe. On the bottom here, we have logical partitioning. So this is what divides up the actual physical resources of the machine. So it divides up your memory, divides up or shares your CPU. Similarly, I/O divides up or shares. And then within a logical partition is where our hypervisor ZVM actually runs. And we have a variety of guest virtual machines that we can run. We can run ZOS, which is the mainframe operating system. We can run ourselves, ZVM, as a second level. Or around 2000, a port of Linux was done to the mainframe. And it's really been great for us. We've loved working with the Linux community, and it's been, I think, one of the reasons that the mainframe has been growing for the past decade and a half now. ZOS and ZVM, really at this point, we're only running in test environments. Our main production operating system is ZLinux. And so our customers tend to be larger customers like banks, insurance companies, a lot of government agencies are running mainframes. So very concerned about performance, very concerned about security. We have some challenges in the mainframe world. Like I said, we are over 40 years old at this point, so we don't have a lot of native GUI interface. It's all green screen interfaces at this point for the mainframe. And also a lot of things that are written are proprietary. So a lot of the management tools and things like that for the mainframe are proprietary. And so we are always looking to get more into the open world with the mainframe. So to talk about the systems management picture for the mainframe at this point, we have two systems here, and I've put two on the slide. It could be just one, and it could be many more than that. But again, we have our two ZVM systems, and they are running in a logical partition. They have some Linux guests on there, and I didn't quite have room to draw the hundreds to thousands of Linux guests that we support on each hypervisor, but they're stacked there on top of each other. So, and then we have our systems management tools that also run in guests. So we have our native system management APIs, and this is something that we within IBM developed to help our vendors who wanted an API interface to our mainframe hypervisor. And the issue with this, again, is it's something that we at IBM developed, and it wasn't really part of an open source project. So it's really specific to the mainframe. Then a couple years ago, something called the Extreme Cloud Administration Toolkit came out, XCAT, and that really has two parts. It has what's called a maintenance node, and you can see that there's just one maintenance node for multiple systems here. And then it has what's called a hardware control point, and that hardware control point has to run on each system. So the maintenance node acts as like a controller sending requests to either of the hardware control points. And so that's what we had previously. Then starting about a year ago, we started to do some OpenStack support for ZVM. And what we've actually been able to add, this just came out in September, is we've added OpenStack compute nodes actually built in with ZVM. So now there's a compute node that's on each system, and this comes when you install ZVM. And this was important to us. We didn't want our customers to have to install another new piece of software or get RPMs from somewhere and create their own guest. We wanted it all to be set up when you install VM. And so here you can see the OpenStack compute nodes with the ZVM support. This is something that we've developed in IBM, and we are starting to put upstream into the community, although it's not upstream yet. We have extensions to Nova, Neutron, and a little bit in Cinder at this point. And like I said, just bits and pieces of it are starting to go upstream, but we hope in the future to do much more with upstream. One of the reasons that we used XCAT to talk with OpenStack is because XCAT already talked REST APIs. And so it was very easy to have XCAT talk to OpenStack, and we didn't have to write a lot of code in our OpenStack drivers. Of course, with the compute nodes, you need to have a controller node. And so I do like to point out that these controller nodes and compute nodes, they're all part of an IBM product called IBM Cloud Manager with OpenStack. And you can go down to the IBM booth and see some demos of this and see how it works on Zed. Like I said, it does all come installed with ZVM, but if you want service and support, then you do have to buy the IBM Cloud Manager product. But the good news is you don't have to install anything extra. The Cloud Manager with OpenStack, in their controller node, they've added some extensions. They have an extension to the Nova scheduler. They have some other fun stuff. And of course, it works across all IBM architectures. So it works across the mainframe, Power, x86. You can manage them all. And this was really important to our customers. All of our mainframe customers are running some other architectures as well. And they are always coming to us and asking, can we have a single pane from which we can control all of our virtual machines on all of our different platforms and do everything from one screen? Not quite there yet, but I think OpenStack is getting us a lot closer to having this single pane of glass that controls everything in the universe. And so we're really excited about where we can go with this in the future. And like I said, the support in ZVM just came out in September of this year. So to talk a little bit more about IBM Cloud Manager with OpenStack, right now it is based on OpenStack Icehouse. And so it does contain the Nova drivers that you would normally get in Icehouse, KVM, Hyper-V, vCenter. And then it has two IBM developed drivers, the ZVM one that I've talked about, and also Power VC. And Power VC, I believe, is out on StackForge right now. So again, it is available out in the community, even though it's not officially part of Icehouse. And so you get the normal Horizon dashboard with it, and you get the ability, if there are any applications that are written to the OpenStack APIs, then you can run them on top of IBM Cloud Manager with OpenStack. And again, this was really important to us in the mainframe world because previously we had these proprietary APIs, and then it was very difficult when you wanted to port some kind of a management program to Zed. It required a rewrite, and that's difficult for vendors who aren't already providing mainframe support. So we're hoping that now with the OpenStack support, we'll see a greater variety of system management tools for the mainframe, which again, our customers are very interested in. So we're excited about this going forward. And like I said, with the Cloud Manager with OpenStack Controller, it does have some extensions in there. There are even a set of IBM applications that are written on top of the Cloud Manager with OpenStack Controller. So you get even more applications that can do more cool systems management stuff. And I'd really encourage you to check out some of the demos of this. So to wrap up, this is all part of an IBM cloud journey. For the mainframe, we started with Linux in 2000, and we've done very well in the Linux world. I think it's done wonderful things for the mainframe, and I hope we can say that we've done wonderful things for the community. And we're hoping that with OpenStack, it will be another success story like Linux, where it benefits IBM, it benefits the community, it benefits our customers. So if you have any questions about this, you can find me on Twitter at EKHugen. You can also find me on IRC. I am a contributor to OpenStack Tempest, so you can find me on the OpenStack QA channel or the general OpenStack channels. And of course, you can always send me an email if you're old school. I like that too. So thank you very much.